We turn to breaking developments in that Paris newspaper attack. Police there say they now know who is responsible for the attack against a French satire newspaper. It left 12 people dead, 11 more wounded, and tonight France has raised its security alert to its highest level after the deadliest terror attack in that nation since World War II. Scott Thuman tracking this developing story in our ABC7 newsroom. So Scott, what's the latest?
Well, Allison, French authorities are now identifying the 3 suspects. They've also reportedly been linked to a Yemeni terror network, although a lot of this is still being sorted out. In fact, our colleagues at ABC saying that 2 of the men may be brothers. There were also some reports that they may have been arrested. That is not yet confirmed. A lot being disseminated right now. A chilling scene, though, earlier today. In the video of the suspects fleeing, they reportedly yell, "We avenge the Prophet Muhammad. We killed Charlie Hebdo. Allahu Akbar," translated, "God is great." Cell phone video shows 3 gunmen dressed in black leaving the offices of French newspaper Charlie Hebdo. Behind, they leave at least 10 dead, including editor Stéphane Charbonnier, known for publishing drawings sometimes mocking the Prophet Muhammad. He'd often talked about refusing to be repressed.
We can't live in a country without freedom of speech. I prefer to die than live like a rat.
Also killed an officer who'd been Charbonnier's bodyguard and another policeman responding to the shooting. Both Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State had threatened attacks in France, and today supporters celebrated the slayings. There was, however, instant worldwide condemnation, including from President Obama.
For us to see the kind of cowardly, evil attacks that took place today, I think reinforces once again why it's so important for us to stand in solidarity with them.
While their getaway car was found, the suspects were not, and the fear of other lone wolf type attacks increased.
They have been inspired by things they see on the internet, social media, in literature, without accepting a direct order.
In New York, stepped up security outside the French consulate, and in Washington, D.C., flags lowered outside the French embassy. Now, as for the shooters, one witness said the attackers were so methodical that he first mistook them for France's elite anti-terrorism forces. That is, until he saw them fire on a police officer. Allison.
All right, Scott, thank you very much for the latest developments. Now, the attack in Paris has triggered a massive response all across Europe. Thousands packed the streets of not only Paris, but also Marseille and Lyon in France, carrying signs that read, "Je suis Charlie," I am Charlie. Thousands more joined in the vigils across the English Channel in London's Trafalgar Square, carrying signs as well as pens and pencils, of course, the tools of journalists and cartoonists. An event will be held tonight at 7 o'clock at the Newsroom here in D.C. Today's terror attack is just the latest in a series of attacks targeting journalists. That includes the capture and beheadings of reporters and photographers working overseas. Tonight on ABC7 News at 6, the fight to protect the freedom of the press and what the chairman of D.C.'s Newsroom says is the best weapon to carry out that battle.